It's Tuesday, October 17th, 2017. This is PSN News. The Paul Robeson Cultural Center unexpectedly closed its doors due to low student involvement last week, but then reopened just a day later. We'll bring you the latest on this developing story.
We'll also provide updates on the California wildfires that have ravaged Napa and Sonoma County.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Zinnia Maldonado.
And I'm Lauren Lee. New measures are being taken for Greek letter organizations as Penn State President Eric Barron launched a Greek chapter scorecard. According to Barron, the scorecard is designed to help students and families make informed decisions about membership in sororities and fraternities. The scorecard shows a snapshot of each chapter in the Interfraternity Council, Multicultural Greek Council, National Pan-Hellenic Council, and the Pan-Hellenic Council. It displays the number of members, cumulative GPA, alcohol and hazing violations, as well as any chapter suspensions from this past semester. Each semester, the scorecard will be updated and available to the public. Anyone can call the Penn State hotline or report incidents online.
With Thon only a few months away, many organizations are starting to come together to raise money as part of the 46-hour Dance Marathon's efforts. The Thon 5K presented by Unilever kicked off early Sunday morning at the Bryce Jordan Center. Members of special interest clubs ran to fundraise for the Four Diamonds Fund, which benefits children with cancer. My Hero Zero also performed at the event, with the Nittany Lion making a cameo appearance.
The Arboretum and Penn State Homecoming teamed up for the annual Pumpkin Festival, which featured a jack-o'-lantern display and carving contest. Reporter Samantha Rank takes us behind the scenes of the event, open to the university and state college community.
The 7th Annual Pumpkin Festival was held on Friday and Saturday night at the Arboretum at Penn State. The event featured over 100 jack-o'-lanterns, food, family-friendly activities, and even a performance from the band Bluegrass Redemption. Kate Reeder, the Arboretum Marketing Director, said the event represented a way to bring both campus and community members together. On Friday, I had the opportunity to speak with some students about their involvement with the event.
So what is your name?
Paige Weishaupt.
And what is your involvement with the event?
So this year, Homecoming and the Arboretum decided to do a collaborative event for the Pumpkin Festival. So we've been volunteering through the Arboretum on behalf of Homecoming, and it's been really fun so far.
My name is Marielle, and I'm the Public Relations Director for Penn State Homecoming. This year, Penn State Homecoming is collaborating with the Arboretum to put on their Pumpkin Festival. It's a great event attended by a ton of people each year. A lot of people look forward to it, especially since it's Parents' Weekend. You look around and you see a ton of families, and to really see everyone kind of kicking off fall together, it's really fun, and it puts you in that festive fall spirit.
Reporting for Penn State Network News, I am Samantha Rank.
Jersey-based rock and electropop band Arizona lit up Heritage Hall in the Hub last Thursday to perform their debut album, Gallery. It was released this past May and includes their hit song, Electric Touch. Arizona's performance was part of the Student Programming Association's several free events offered to Penn Staters throughout the year. Cheat Codes is set to perform on Sunday, November 5th in the Hub's Alumni Hall at 8 p.m. Anyone with a Penn State ID can attend the concert sponsored by SPA and Penn State Homecoming.
Penn State's Pan-Hellenic Council is hosting Wellness Week through this Friday. There will be many events around campus promoting personal health. Several other organizations will be assisting with the events in honor of their first annual Wellness Week. The week will consist of workshops based on topics such as financial literacy and healthy sleep patterns. They'll also be hosting special fitness classes like glow-in-the-dark yoga every day this week. You can find the full schedule on their Twitter page. Many students call the Paul Robeson Cultural Center their home away from home. When the space temporarily closed last week due to low involvement, the decision sparked emotional debate in the Penn State community, culminating in a student forum Monday night. Here's reporter Jamelia White.
Both students and faculty members gathered at Alumni Hall today to discuss the closing of the Paul Robeson Cultural Center. The PRCC provides programs and services that encourage diversity and celebrate the different cultures here at Penn State. The PRCC staff was initially going to close for a week after the lack of student support this semester, but most importantly, an event that cost $78,000 that had a low attendance rate. The PRCC only stayed closed for a day, but the events that led up to this moment has students questioning what the PRCC is and if it is even needed.
Honestly, I don't know too much about it. I've only heard about it in the news or things that other friends mentioned it to me.
Well, I don't know that much about it. I'm actually looking forward to being more a part of the Black community, but I have seen that there's not that much more support for it, or maybe I used to support and kind of got away with it as classes went on,
I know that it shut down last week. I don't know exactly why, but I know some people were unhappy with that decision.
Alumni Hall was filled with concerned students who fear what will happen if the PRCC is defunded or simply removed. Carlos Wiley, the administrator for the PRCC, addressed students and faculty members at the beginning of the forum to apologize and explain why the PRCC staff decided to close for a day.
I know that there are students who come in the PRCC on a daily basis and view it as a home away from home. And to you, I apologize for taking that space from you.
My name is Jamila White, reporting for PSN TV News.
Coming up next, Brittany Kane will bring you the latest in entertainment news. Stay with us.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Brittany Kane with your entertainment update. Despite a year of romance rumors, former Jonas brother Joe Jonas and Game of Thrones star Sophia Turner officially announced their engagement on Instagram this past weekend. They both posted an image of Sophia's hand on top of Joe's showing off the ring. Jonas and Turner's relationship has been public since last January after they were spotted acting cozy at a concert in the Netherlands. A source told People magazine that all of their family and friends are thrilled about the engagement. Speaking of rumors, it's getting hard to actually keep up with the Kardashians. Multiple social media posts hint that the youngest sister, Kylie Jenner, is pregnant with rapper Travis Scott, who she's only been dating for a few months. But Kylie isn't the only member of the family said to be in the early stages of pregnancy. TMZ reported that Khloe Kardashian is pregnant with her first baby, with NBA boyfriend Tristan Thompson, and is believed to be due next March. It's also confirmed that Kim Kardashian West is expecting a third child via surrogate within the next year. We can expect the Kardashian clan to grow within the next year and potentially see some fresh new faces on the reality show. It's that time of year again. The annual Fall Festival hosted by Way Fruit Farm kicks off at 9 a.m. this Saturday. Numerous activities will be going on, including an apple slingshot, dozens of crafters, and a petting zoo for the families to enjoy. The farm, located in nearby Port Matilda, also offers a free wagon ride to its pumpkin patch. A local Lions Club will be providing food and baked goods all day. 10% of all the earnings of the day will go to an orphanage in the Dominican Republic. For more information on the festival, you can visit wayfruitfarm.com. That's your PSN News Entertainment Buzz. We'll have sports updates for you with Alyssa Devine after the break. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Alyssa Devine with your PSN News Sports Update. College Game Day is coming back to Happy Valley. For the first time since 2009, the Game Day crew, guys like host Reese Davis, joined by analysts Lee Corso, Kirk Herbstreit, Desmond Howard, and David Pollack, will be in front of Old Main Saturday morning before Penn State's primetime whiteout game against Michigan. And like always, Lee Corso will be choosing headgear for either the number 2 Nittany Lions or number 17 ranked Michigan as prediction of the winner, and he is rarely wrong. The 7-time Emmy Award-winning show is making its 6th trip to State College. It begins 9 a.m. on ESPN, and the game itself kicks off at 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Now on to women's volleyball, which clinched the number 1 spot Monday afternoon in the American Volleyball Coaches Association poll. The Nittany Lions had an all-around complete game on Saturday against Big Ten rival Michigan. Penn State swept the Wolverines in 3 sets in front of the biggest crowd in Rec Hall this season. Rec Hall was impressive with a booming crowd of 4,610 fans packed in the stands. The Nittany Lions had a dominant game, putting down 49 kills as a team on a solid .394 hitting percentage. Penn State will return to the courts this weekend as they travel to number 16 Purdue for an 8 p.m. match. The Steelers outlasted the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday with the score of 19-13 to defeat the NFL's last unbeaten team. Le'Veon Bell ran for 179 yards and a touchdown, and Antonio Bell made an incredible touchdown catch in the fourth quarter, holding on to the win. Ben Roethlisberger was 17 for 25 for 252 yards, bouncing back from an awful 5-interception performance last week against Jacksonville. The Steelers had a dominant game, shutting down the Chiefs' explosive offense. Kansas City had an average of 404.2 yards coming into the game, but the Steelers held the NFL rushing leader Kareem Hunt to only 21 yards on 9 carries. The Steelers are now 4-2 and the Chiefs are 5-1. That's all for your PSN News Sports Update. After the break, an intern from the LGBTQA Student Resource Center will join us to discuss National Coming Out Week. Stay with us.
Hello and welcome back to PSN News. I'm here with Sechkin Kara, the Straight Talks intern at the LGBTQA Student Resource Center, to learn more about National Coming Out Week. Thanks for being here, Sechkin.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Penn State community just celebrated National Coming Out Week. Could you give us some of the highlights?
Yeah. So National Coming Out Week, we had a bunch of speakers and a bunch of events going on. On Monday, we had Shashawn Dial Snowden come to give a talk about finding your voice and your identity. On Wednesday, we took over the high school musical stairs in the hub to have the Coming Out Rally, which was kind of about getting the community together and rallying around queer causes. And we also had Zeke Thomas come to give a talk about sexual assault in the queer community. And Thursday, we had the LGBTQA Roundtable Drag Show, which had a huge crowd.
Now, can you walk us through kind of how you guys plan all of those events throughout the week, and how long in advance do you start planning for them?
Yeah, so we start planning out the speakers for National Coming Out Week right at the beginning of the semester. The LGBTQA Student Resource Center has a lot of different sources that we get our speakers from. We contact them, we get a lot of funding and resources to be able to do these kind of things.
Mm-hmm. So are you guys already planning for next year's Coming Out Week?
I think right now we're planning for Pride Week in the spring. We're going to have some speakers coming for that as well. We'll probably start planning for next National Coming Out Week over the summer near next fall semester.
Okay, and about how many people are on your team?
So the Student Resource Center has about a 4-person staff membership, and we have 4 to 5 student interns at any given moment who are running a bunch of different things throughout the office.
Oh, okay, and how long have you been an intern with them?
I started interning this August in the semester.
Okay. Now, what other type of resources are available out there for other LGBTQ students on campus?
So the Resource Center itself, we have scholarships available, we have a mentor-mentee program, we have the center where you can actually go to get information, just to kind of chill and hang out with people as well. We have discussion groups for students. We have a bunch of speakers that come throughout the year, not just during the special weeks. We also collaborate with all the different student organizations that are different sort of causes or different colleges within the university to kind of help students find what they need.
And could you tell us a little bit about the roundtable you guys have?
Yeah, so the LGBTQA Student Roundtable is a student-led organization. It's kind of separate from the Student Resource Center, but it's under our umbrella as well. This past week they hosted the drag show, and they do a lot of different events. They have a bake sale and a t-shirt sale coming up to raise money this semester.
Now you mentioned raise money for, maybe you could talk about what type of issues do you guys typically tackle?
Yeah, so Student Roundtable does a lot of discussion. They host a lot of events around campus to kind of get students involved. A lot of the money they raise goes towards a drag show to get the equipment and the funding necessary to help run that each semester. But they also work with the other student organizations around campus to promote things like awareness of sexual assault, awareness of like mental health within the queer community, things like that.
And what do you guys think is the importance of, student awareness of these issues?
Yeah, so I think student awareness within the LGBTQA community is especially important because I think a lot of the issues that we're tackling right now are, on one hand, legislative and related to the government, but a lot of the other is personal. So a lot of the issues that queer youth face are coming out to their family and their friends, and there's really high problems with like homelessness and mental illness because people feel unsafe being who they are. So I think student awareness of these sorts of identities and the problems that we can face as a community is really crucial to making sure that everyone's getting whatever help and resources they need to be fully thriving adults at college.
And do you think that you guys reach out to a large amount of students here in the Penn State community? Like, do they know that they can come to you guys for these resources?
Yeah, we try our best. We have our table and our information at basically every event that happens on campus. We have a lot of outreach flyers and everything like that. So we try our best to get our message across to as many students as possible.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have left. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll take a quick break and be back with the national news headlines.
Vigil was held Monday night after 20-year-old Pittsburgh student Alina Shaiket was found badly bruised and beaten in her Oakland home last week. Police charged ex-boyfriend Matthew Darby with homicide in Shaiket's death. Surveillance camera footage shows Darby dropping a shiny object in a sewer grate while walking away from Shaiket's home around the time of the killing. Investigators say Shaiket was attacked with a weapon that could cause sharp and blunt force trauma. Police found a claw hammer and 2 stainless steel knives in the sewer that they believe were used to kill Shaiket. She previously filed a protection from abuse application against Darby, reporting Darby was grabbing, pushing, jealous, and controlling. Shaiket was attending the University of Pittsburgh to become a physical therapist.
In just a month, over 6,000 Texas inmates raised more than $53,000 to donate to Hurricane Harvey victims. Many of those donations, coming from 104 facilities, were made through the prison's commissary. The average amount donated was $8, while the biggest donation was $300. CNN reported that a $53,863 check was mailed to the American Red Cross at the end of September.
Las Vegas shooting survivor Tina Frost woke up from being in a coma and took her first steps after she was shot in the head by gunman Stephen Paddock on October 1st. After what was supposed to be a fun weekend at Route 91 Harvest Festival in Las Vegas, mass shooter Stephen Paddock fired into a crowd of festival goers from 32nd floor at the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino, killing 58 people and injuring over 500 people, according to a CNN report. Frost was attending the concert with her boyfriend and co-workers when a bullet pierced the frontal lobes of her brain before ricocheting, landing in her right eye. A family spokesperson wrote on a GoFundMe page that the 27-year-old took 3 steps to her chair and 3 steps to her bed. Another post stated Frost was breathing on her own for 6 hours. Originally set at the goal of $50,000, Frost's dedicated GoFundMe page has amassed nearly $540,000.
Wildfires have been taking over the West Coast this month, and communities are hoping for more an end soon. These fast-moving fires are destroying tons of neighborhoods in Napa and Sonoma counties. The intense blazes are mainly caused by extreme plant growth due to an increase in rain, according to fire officials. In as little as over a week, the fires have killed 40 people. Many are still missing as firefighters continue to make progress.
And that's all for tonight on PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter at PSN News. Thank you for joining us.